different story. In Zandvoort last week, he finished third on the podium, and he currently leads the drivers' standings. Nice, wet, and rainy here in Sin City. That's going to play a role into today's qualifying session, and a lot of lap 1 chaos that we could see. Hooping Egg starts a flyer right now. We'll see what he does in this first lap. So through the hairpin into turn 1, and the car will transition into faster opening beds before heading onto Koval. Good exits matter, because when the first DRS zone comes in on the Koval straight between turn 4 and 5, you can rarely win a race at turn 1, but you can definitely lose out a lot, so turn 1 may be some chaos in this race today. Then you have the sphere section in Sector 2, right around here, right where Hooping Egg is actually driving through the sphere section and Sands Avenue. This is the most technical part of the track. Tires can snap or overheat on the exit, and you can compromise your run into the strip, which is Sector 3, the headline section of the Sin City circuit. Long blast down Las Vegas Boulevard. This is, in essence, the money shot of the lap. Cars can reach extremely high speeds, and note speeds over 215 miles per hour, get up to 350 kilometers an hour. The strip gate can give you slipstream, but the braking zone can decide whether it becomes a pass or a problem. So cold temps in Vegas is a major headline, so watch out for that. Tires can be hard to switch on, especially after safety cars or pit stops, and undercuts can be trippy. So just be careful if you're a driver here in Vegas. Vegas can reward straight line speed, braking stability, and traction, but you can lose it all in an instant. Hooping Egg sits on provisional pole for the first time. Handles going back into see how Hooping Egg handles the setups going into that. A purple sector for Quaint Dragon. So Draw trying to get within his teammate, looking for a Mercedes 1-2 on the front row. And so he'll have to do it in another about 20 seconds. RD Gamer going to go 147.2, still just about a second and a half off that mark that Hooping Egg has set. Draw is going to invalidate his own lap time. Unfortunately, he had a great lap coming around for qualifying, but he's going to go into the pit lane and get some fresh tires and redo it all over again. So I'm wondering how the stability feels. Williams of Audrey Perigal on the intermediate tires, still yet to set a lap time. 1 of 3 that has not, obviously, with Koji, with the quali ban. It'll be Perigal who goes over the line at 146.5 on the intermediate tires. So the intermediate tires looking to be the best compound almost right now, as it's just barely off by 0.7 of a second. Almost precisely 0.7 of a second. A flyer right now, 2.6 up on the outlap, but that was just an outlap. His flyer is starting. He looks to be on the intermediate tires. We'll see if everyone decides to go to inners. But it looks like a good mix. And McJiggle's going to get disqualified from going the wrong way. So he will be done for the session. And he will be black flagged in that part. So he will not have a time set. He'll go 11th. Masa Crater will go 10th. As long as he finishes, should be fine. Purple sector through the first part for Pelicanis on the intermediate tires. And looking to try and set a 144.7. That's the benchmark to beat, as Hooping Egg is on provisional pole through this first part of qualifying. 5 minutes left to go in the short qualifying session. Handful of other drivers on the outlap, Quaint Dragon and Baba, as well as RD Gamer and Cappy. Pelican is the only one on the flyer right now. scratch that. Quaint Dragon just started to go on a flyer. A purple sector for Pelicanus. He's 2.5 up in this lap right now. He needs to make up a bunch more time throughout this final sector. No DRS, but a long run down the Las Vegas Boulevard, and we'll see how that works out for him. How can he attack the corners coming out of this long straight? So Pelicanus hitting the chicane well and using the curb to the best of his abilities, trying to come around, and we'll see what happens and what time he will set. Just has to beat a 1:44.7, and we'll see what the lap time is going to be. It's going to be a 1:45.8, so 3.1 seconds up for Pelicanus as he's in P2 right now. Hooping Egg out for one more lap as he just starts an out lap right now. Cappy on the out lap right now as he has just started that down the first DRS straight after the start-finish straight. Coming through and rounding out Sector 1 through that main straight. And he's going to go purple in that sector as well. So 1 second under. And we'll take a look at the timings and see who actually gets the purple sectors from each. But Cappy has to make up 4 seconds of time right now. He's about a second faster on the intermediate tires. Looks to be the intermediate tires are the faster tires right now. RD Gamer also on an outlap right now. On a flyer. He's on the intermediates, so he's just a little bit faster through his outlap. We'll see where he goes in Sector 1. It's not going to be a purple Sector 1, but he's up by half a second in his lap time. And I know he's watching the stream, so I'll let him focus on his outlap right now. Cappy through the main straight in the Las Vegas Boulevard. You have the Mercedes of Hooping Egg pulling over and allowing for everyone else to pass. But here comes Cappy. So Cappy coming through the main Las Vegas Boulevard, coming up onto the final couple of turns through turn 16 on this main straight, almost the main straight, through the start-finish line. And Cappy going to go a 1:48.4, so just 13 thousandths of a second slower than his original time. Check back in on RD Gamer down the main Las Vegas Boulevard as he comes flying through on the intermediate tires. Still have some time left in the short qualifying session. And it'll be Baba who sets the fastest lap at 1:44.0. And RD Gamer going to try and match that through this final couple of complex. He will not match it, but will he be up on his time? He will not be, as he loses about a second of time. Still have a minute and a half left to go, so if he can get into the pit lane soon enough, that would work out. Draw gonna set the only lap time for him on these wet tires, and he only has time for one lap. If he even makes it across the line in that time. 1:10 left to go. We'll see if he cuts these final couple of corners. Pelican is going to retire from the session. We might see a retirement from Draw here as well with the heavy rain. Lots of wets, lots of inners. We'll see how that works. So Baba with a 1:44.0. Hooping Egg has 7/10 to make up as he's going to cut a couple of corners and try to get down to the main start-finish straight at the end of the by the end of the qualifying. 40 seconds left to go in this time. And we'll see if Hooping Egg has one more lap in this one. I know this was supposed to be his flyer, but he may have one more lap in the tank. And we'll see how it works for the driver. So Hooping Egg gonna maybe try and go for a flyer. Rage out on one right now. He just started his lap time. And same with Perigal. Audrey Perigal with a 1:46.5. Rage with a 1:45.9 for right now. Moopsy 1:46.8. RD Gamer 1:47.2. We'll see if anyone else has another lap left in the tank as RD Gamer through that main straight down Las Vegas Boulevard. Qualifying has finished. Hooping Egg was able to get a lap in and will start one more lap. Quaint Dragon never able to register a time. Had his lap times invalidated on the wet tires, so Draw will finish. RD Gamer had one last lap in the tank. He will join the podium right now to 1:45.5. We'll see if anyone else has that in the tank. I believe we have Perigal coming down Up into turn 17, gonna try and be fast here. She is! 144.8 for the Williams driver, going up into P3. And Hooping Egg and Baba cannot fall down unless someone hits a sub 144. Rage coming through. He's about a second faster. Throughout this time, we'll see if he can actually make up some more time. So the flyer slowly coming into an end. Masa Crater was out for a flyer, but will go into the pit lane after, or make sure his lap time is invalidated with the quali ban. And so Rage gonna try and come through. Just has to beat a 144. Does not, but we'll go 145 or 144.5. And that will do it for Rage sitting on P2. Provisional front row right now. All eyes are on Baba as the Red Bull sitting on provisional pole through this part. Rage just finished up with his flyer. Hooping Egg trying to make up some time here as Hooping Egg comes through the final straight into the start-finish line. We'll see, what does he go? It's a sub 144! Hooping Egg sits on provisional pole, but here comes Baba coming around the corner, and it's going to be a 144. Hooping Egg reclaims pole position in Las Vegas as he hits a sub 144, a 143.733 for Hooping Egg as he reclaims pole position for the Mercedes. What an amazing lap that works.